Hey! What up? Hold on. Oops, I had you on mute, but can everybody hear ShadoWolfX7?
Hi, everyone.
What up, everybody? Yeah, let me know, guys, if everything sounds good between both of us. I'm willing to fix any adjustments. Yes. Muse says hi to you, ShadowWolf.
Hello, Muse.
Yes. Cool. But yeah, let me know everything sounds good from the right. Everybody's saying hi to ShadowWolf. What up?
Yo.
Awesome. So ShadowWolf, how is your Saturday going?
It had just started.
It just started? Did you just wake up?
No, like I woke up like a few hours ago, but it's just starting right now.
Awesome. Cool. Same here. I actually woke up not too long ago. I think around I woke up randomly at 6 in the morning because I always have that mentality like, oh shoot, I have to go to work and whatnot because that's what time I usually get up and start. And I'm like, do I have to go to work? I'm like, nope, just fell right back to sleep. Then woke up around 10 a.m. and just like got everything ready. I was just like, oh, wait. We're going to be starting this podcast soon. So,
yeah.
Awesome.
I was just making sure that everything is working on my end, like the interface and everything. But yeah, it's just good. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I've been on a huge hiatus, so I do apologize for that.
No worries, man. Like I mentioned to you, it's life. That's totally understandable. And whenever you he's kind of low. Okay. Let me turn up the audio a little bit up. Let me know.
Cool.
Do a testing for me, ShadowWolf.
My lord, now.
Is he good?
Is he good?
Is he good?
Ah.
Is he good, Robert?
Hello. Hello.
All right. Yeah. Sounds better. Okay. Sweet. Awesome. Cool. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Dang it.
I have no idea.
Dang it, RVZ. What'd you do? I lost my train of thought. I was gonna ask him something. Dang it. Robert! Anyways. ShadowWolf, what did you bring for lunchos?
I am gonna have my favorite. I'm gonna have some sushi. I have some pan-fried gyozas here.
Let's go.
I have that thing almost open. A dragon roll.
Ooh.
And I have my water bottle, and I have taro.
Taro? Oh my gosh, you came prepared. I wish I had taro / bubble tea. Dang, I haven't had bubble tea for quite a while. Man.
I haven't had it since like February, so.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Oh, I was gonna say, before I remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long you've been absent for, ShadowWolf. We're always gonna be there when you come back on Twitch. Just letting you know, because we have an amazing community. Most of the people here, and it's life. And whenever you're ready to come back, we'll be there for you. Just letting you know that, man.
Heck yeah! Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm just really happy to be back, and hopefully I'll be streaming soon. If anything, I really want to start streaming like not just music content, but also video game as well.
Yeah, mix it up a little bit. Awesome. Sweet. ShadowWolf, I also brought lunch too. You want to see?
Yeah, definitely. Let me see what you brought.
So this is a vegetable hash with chicken with brown rice.
That looks good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's
give me some. No, I'm just kidding.
So we're gonna eat here. So if you guys don't know, to anybody that's new to the video podcast, we usually eat lunch here on stream, which is awesome. Sometimes it could be a little later too. Sometimes it could be a night stream, but I still call it luncho because you never know. Around this planet, somewhere it is lunch, but in our time, it's lunch right now. So we're gonna dig in before we start our conversation here. So we're gonna take our first bite of our food. So let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go.
Oh my god, this is so good.
I'm gonna take a drink of this one.
Put some like really good seasoning on this too. So a little bit of the pepper, you know, because that's how Gordon Ramsay loves it. You need some seasoning in here.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Oh yeah, it's 10 a.m. for you, West Coast.
Oh yeah.
Have your breakfast.
Breakfast so with a friendo.
You know what? I'm not a big breakfast person.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a big fan of eating food in the morning. The only thing I really do is like drink water or well, any liquids just to keep me going. But whenever I eat food in the morning, I always have a stomach ache. And it doesn't like go well for me ever since probably since college. So I've never been a breakfast person to eat in the morning, but I love eating breakfast in the evening.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot better because I can enjoy it. When I eat food in the morning, I don't enjoy it. I feel forced. You know, I'm just like, oh, I have to eat this and stuff, and I know, like, you know, people say breakfast is the best source of eating to start the day. The closest thing I would do is eat a granola bar on the go, and that's it.
I think for me, like for breakfast, like I don't really eat breakfast too, but sometimes like if I want to make breakfast, I'll make like eggs and protein pancakes or just stuff like that.
Yep. RBZ is like, shake my head. Get out of here, Robert. I can't. I just don't feel it. All right. I rather have breakfast in the evening, and man, something about waffles and cereal around 8 p.m. at the evening is really good. I consider that dessert, to be honest. I consider like pancakes, waffles, cereal, dessert after I eat dinner, because I was just like, you know what? I want some cereal. You know, I want some pancakes. I want some waffles. And it's so
waffles.
I think the only time I will eat what's it? Breakfast is when I'm on vacation. I guess that's the only time, just because if it's like they have something downstairs and, you know, I can't pass up food, so I'm just like, all right, I'll just do it. So I guess I would eat breakfast in vacations, but that's it. That's about it.
I think the reason why we eat breakfast in vacation is because like we're like not at home, and also we're kind of using a lot of energy to like do things, so we kind of need like that energy to keep doing.
That's true. And you're motivated to go out because you're gonna be doing some fun stuff with you know, your friends, or you're gonna go to like a really awesome spot, for example, hiking, and you need to prepare for that. So yeah. So maybe that's like it's really weird because I have a different mindset with that too. I only eat breakfast in vacation because, you know, I won't be eating for a while, I guess. You know. Ooh, you Berry Jam says he had pancakes this morning. Nice.
Sounds delicious.
Love greasy breakfasts when I'm hungover. Oh, I see. That's true. Did you say what kind of pancakes for Berry Jams?
Yes, sir. Do they like blueberry pancake?
Ooh,
strawberry pancake?
I love them both, but I prefer having waffles over than pancakes, to be honest. Something about a really good like a fresh waffle coming out and just filled, because I like to have mine in the whipped cream and like strawberries on top and a little bit of sugar. Oh man, it's the best.
That sounds freaking delightful.
You know, when you cut into the piece and you just start eating, you're like, oh. Blueberries, nice. Those were made with yogurt. Love blueberries on my pancakes. They all warm and delicious. Ooh. having something just really warm with like pancakes and waffles is the best. Like if it's just straight out from, you know, the kitchen and it's just like, whew, you see that, you know, have that discreet, like have it, I can't even speak today because I'm just food.
It's all good.
Yeah. But ShadowWolf,
Yes.
I was gonna ask you, what are the origins of your name? How'd you get that name ShadowWolfX7? It's pretty dope. I like it.
Thank you. Actually, it's quite an interesting story that I always tell, like, you know, everybody. So I made the name up like when I was in like 8th grade, got my Xbox and stuff, and I was like, oh, ShadowWolf. But like the reason why I like the name was because when I was little, living up in New York, you know, we used to go to like this park, and this park was always like filled with animals, with foxes, with wolves, with bears, and all types of animals. So, excuse me, one day I was with my older sister and my parents, and then like I kind of lost them, and it was snowing really hard. I believe I was, if I can remember, 4. I think I was like 4 years old, and then like all I remember was just like I couldn't find them. A freaking bear like came by. By the way, guys, black bears are more friendlier than brown bears. I'm just letting you know that. So this brown bear just came out of nowhere, and I was very scared. And then it wasn't until like I started hearing howling, and then a bunch of wolves came by, and basically like I said to myself, well, if I was gonna get killed by a bear, I probably really might get killed by wolves because the wolves drove the bear away. But like one of the wolves, the alpha, like came up and like
Yeah.
looked at me, and then like smelled and licked me, and then howled, and then all the wolves just left. And then that's when I was like very in tune with like wolves and with animals and stuff like that. And the wolf is always like my favorite animal because of that. Um and so like I remember like it was kind of shadowy, the wolf, and so I just decided when I was gonna make a gamer tag, I was like, Shadow Wolf. Yeah, that sounds great. And then I was like, oh, but it looks weird with like 2 W's. I'm gonna just make it with 1 W.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even better. And then
Yeah.
I just added 7 because, oh, why not? But 7's also my favorite number, and that is. I just see music. I'm a pet. I'm a pet the bear.
Hey, Mr. Bear, Mrs. Bear, hi.
I'm a pet the bear.
I know, they look so adorable too. You just want to pet them, but you can't.
But that's where the origin name ShadowWolf came from.
Oh my gosh. That, your name alone is awesome, but what a origin story, bro.
Thank
My gosh. Okay, I think you win with the origin stories. I did not expect that at all. Wow.
Yeah.
That is you got lost. Man, it's like, man, like a movie or a TV show or anything. That's crazy. You got lost. You're trying to find your family. Bears come out of nowhere. Then wolves, one bear. Then pack. Did you say like a pack of wolves?
There's a pack of wolves. I don't know if it was like 7 or 8 wolves came by.
My gosh. You became one of them. They adopted you that afternoon / evening. Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
Dude. That's great. Let's give a round of applause. Let's go. Right there. He is a legit wolf, guys. He's been adopted from a wolf pack. I did not know this beforehand. This is crazy. Dude, you're a legit wolf. That's awesome. I love your name, and now I know that story behind it. Dude, that is awesome. I'm sorry. I'm like marking out, freaking out about this.
Oh, you're good. It's funny because like so for me, I have this connection with animals, but it's mostly with dogs.
Yep.
and I didn't know that because like when I was like two years old, right? When we were living in New York at the time, my older sister, like our house was here, and then we had our neighbor's house here, and
Mm-hmm.
they had a fence, and our neighbor's house had a big German Shepherd dog named Bear, and like what's it called? Like he's a guard dog, like a protective dog. Like he'll bite anybody. He'll like protect his family.
Yep.
So one day, like I was with my sister outside, and I went up to the fence because I saw a bear. I don't remember this, but my sister remembers it, and
Mm-hmm.
she told me, "No, brother, what are you doing? Get back here!" And she was always scared of dogs. And then I literally just went up to the fence, and what she told me is that I put my hand on the fence, and
Yep.
then bear, like he first was growling, but then when he looked at me, he looked confused, and he
Yep.
went to my hand, and then he sniffed it and he licked it, and then I sat next to him where the fence is, and he literally just sat next to me. And then my older sister tried to get me away, but then Bear saw her coming up to me and he growled at her and started barking at her. And then when she went back, like he just stayed calm and he just stayed next to me.
Oh.
So it was crazy. It was crazy. Like I really do feel that way. Like that I'm in tune with like mostly dogs.
Yeah.
And like my dad also said like one day, I don't remember this. He said my dad said one day like a couple of dogs followed me and wanted me, and like I wanted to like adopt them or something. Like when did that happen? And he's like that happened like when you were little, like two big dogs literally followed you. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I had a friend of mine whose dog like name was Geisha. I don't know what kind of name. It's like Geisha or something. I think it's German. But
Yep.
he told me that his dog hated people. Like he did not like anybody except his family.
Yep.
And he would bite people, and he would growl and yell. And he told me that. He says, "Oh, be careful, my dog's gonna do that." And then I'm like, "Oh, don't worry. I'm fine." And I looked at his dog. His dog looked at me, started wagging his tail, started licking me, and then started playing with me. He was in shock. He was just like,
Oh.
"You are literally the first person my dog ever like. What did you do to him?" I'm like, "Nothing. I just love dogs. I
Yeah.
can feel what they're feeling." So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yep.
you have a gift for that. That's amazing. You know,
Mhm.
I really truly believe in people when they have a special gift that they hold, especially with animals. So I think
Mhm.
any type that comes related to to that family with like dogs and wolves and stuff.
Mhm.
I can see that that you were born with it, which is awesome.
Thank you.
That is so cool. That yeah, they just feel off your energy. Maybe in the past you're part of a wolf pack or part of a breed or something, you know.
That's what I was
In
thinking.
your other like, and it just came to the trait with you, or maybe it comes to with your family as well. I always think about that. I'm always have those like conspiracies or something like maybe you have some that maybe because traits back to your family's ancestors and whatnot. You know, so that's
Oh yeah,
dope.
definitely. I
Mm-hmm.
had my friend when we were still living in New York, like his great grandmother, she's Native American. I
Yep.
wanted to make sure I use the right terms.
Yep.
Um Native American, and she's also a shaman. And I remember
Oh.
like when I went over to his house, like she was she gave like, you know how in Brother Bear you guys have like the little totem or something like that.
Yep.
So she had like totem necklaces, and my friend said like, "Oh, like, my great grandmother will know like what your spirit animal is." And for me, I didn't really know what it was. And the great grandmother was very conflicted because she was like, "I can feel that you're an owl, but you have the heart and courage of a wolf." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh." So she was like, uh, here's two of them." And she gave me an owl and she gave me the wolf. So the owl was like the wise and the like free spirited, but the wolf was the heart and courageous part. So it
Okay.
was like, oh,
Hmm.
I found it really interesting, that thing.
Yeah. I never really got the chance to know like what spirit animal am I. The closest thing is just like with the Chinese zodiacs. I would say that's the only thing because I think it is. I think it is the year of the tiger this year, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I'm a tiger. So I've always been fascinated with cats.
Hmm.
So I love like that breed, like the tigers and the lions. Even when I see cats around, like I like them a lot more than dogs. But I love dogs too. But I'm just so fascinated with the cats more.
That's
So
so cool.
yeah, I need to like read into more of that because I'm not too sure like what signs that can tell because you know yours because you're definitely like a wolf, and that's pretty cool that you have big cat energy. I do, Ozoro.
A big cat energy, the Mao.
Meow. Hey Sydney, how's it going?
Hi, Sydney.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, did you guys know that ShadowWolf here is the guy behind the music from the intro? This is him, guys. This is what, whenever you go to my stream, I always talk about him so much because he deserves all that praise. And he and Super Monzi, which is his friend, created last year, no pun intended, because I was going to say created and produced, composed the creative future that you heard in the beginning. Because if you guys don't know, Christian here slash ShadowWolf is a awesome composer, and you guys have to check him out. I did leave a command for him, so if you guys ever want to point down and just hit exclamation point Christian, you can check him out on his Spotify and Instagram. So I put it right there. So dude, people probably want to know like behind the scenes of all this, because all I remember is when I think last summer, and I was thinking because I did, because you remember all like the videography shots, because that was shot by my cousin. So shout out
Yeah.
to my amazing cousin Leo from Lion Motions. Thank you so much, dude, for making that come to life for me. I appreciate you so much. I love you, dude. And I was thinking, I'm like, wait, I don't want to use stock music that I have. I want something really that fits me. I want something that's personal to me. I want to be able to have my own theme music. And I remember hearing a lot of your stuff through pretty much everywhere, like through Spotify, because you shared that with us on your streams and like Apple Music and whatnot. And I'm like, man, I want to get him to do music for me. So I remember messaging you. I was kind of nervous for some reason. I don't know. I'll just like message you. I'm like, hey, what's up, it's ShadowWolf? Dude, I just want to like say that you have an amazing music. You're really awesome what you do. I wonder if you take commissions. Let me know. Then you're just like, oh, totally, I got you. And I sent you like all these references and stuff. Then I was like, oh man. But yeah, tell them about the process behind all that, dude.
Yeah, definitely. So how it all began when you sent me that message, I was trying to write the theme, and at first, like the first few days when I was seeing your stream, I was like, all right, well, what does D-Rad like? He likes wrestling, he likes retro gaming. He is a retro gaming gamer, and
Mm-hmm.
he also is a creative artista. All right, so what can I do to like make something? So most of my libraries that I have, it's a lot of like orchestral hybrid, like soundtrack, like all that stuff. And I'm like, well, I kind of need like the 8-bit sounds. I kind of need like this, and I didn't know where to get it. So then I was like, I know only one person in the world that makes 8-bit music for fun. And I was like, I'm gonna contact my friend Julian, who's Super Monzi.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, what's going on? He's like, oh, hi. And then we started talking. Like, I knew him since high school. So we started talking, and I said, hey, man, like, I'm doing this project with this amazing Twitch streamer, Creative Artista. Like, would you be down to do it? And he was like, yeah, I'm totally down. So we we split everything 50-50. And he and I just started creating the theme, and then finally when we got the theme, we were like, all right. So it sounded very 8-bitty, and so I was like, oh man, this is perfect. So then we sent it off to d-Rad, and then d-Rad heard it, and he was like, yo, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Can we have like orchestral music in it too?
Yeah.
And then that's where, Julian's like, all right, I'm gonna let you take over. So then I was like, all right. So I took over that part, and then I started like arranging and orchestrating it, and then I was like, all right, I just put in orchestral elements with that thing, and
Mm-hmm.
here you go, d-Rad. And then d-Rad's like, oh, thanks, man. I love this so much. Here you go. And then like once the commission was done, I was kind of like, no, I don't like this. Give that back to me. I'm gonna do something different with it. And
Oh,
d-Rad was like, oh, okay. And then so
yeah.
I just added guitars, more drums, like made it really big and bombastic and awesome. And then I was like, all right, here you go. And then d-Rad was like, bruh, what? Whoa. So then yeah, that's how it happened. And then boom, we see the video right now, and that
Yeah.
was one of the funnest projects I've been on. So
Yeah,
thank you so
dude.
much
Yeah,
for the
you're
opportunity.
welcome. That is 1 years old now, because I believe you sent me that like the first demo last year over the summer around June, and
Yeah.
I listened to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Then, like you mentioned, I like, yeah, can you add a few things on it? Then when you just added the final touch, because I didn't expect that, you're just like, hey, I got you. I'm gonna add this like really awesome guitar riff to this, and it's gonna sound amazing. When I heard it, I was just like, I was literally just, I couldn't even talk. On my When I was listening to it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is mine. This is crazy. I have like legit theme music, and guys, this has always been my dream to have my own theme music of some sort. It doesn't matter if I became a professional wrestler or if I was doing content creation here. And oh man, ShadowWolf did such an amazing job. Like, I was just legit in tears. He deserves like all the praise. This is why I praise him so much every time, whenever he comes on the stream or whenever he's not on my stream, because I just want to give him all the credit in the world, because he is extremely talented at what he does, guys. I just want to tell you that. And dude, thank you. I'm glad I'd be able to thank you in person right over here and just tell you, man, that oh, I love it every time. I always get so pumped up. Music does really change people's perspective and lives. It really motivates them. Because that's my motivation when I hear that before the stream is gonna start to, like, hey man, don't be nervous. You got this. Let all the butterflies out. Be d-Rad punks out there, and just be the very best whenever you stream. And your music's part of it. So, dude, thank you so much. I'm gonna give you a DJ air horn and round of applause again, because you deserve it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, d-Rad. And thank you, Sydney, for your kind words. It really means a lot. Like there's a lot that goes behind the scenes when like just writing music and just
Yep.
doing anything. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, of course. And yeah, if you guys don't know, like when ShadowWolf streams, he does behind the scenes, like on how you make your music and everything. And I just want to ask you, like, how did you become a musician, composer? How did that start off with you? I want to know your like whole story from like the beginning. So.
Yeah, of course. Well, my whole family, we are, if you're, ethnicity, we are Spaniard and Peruvian, and
Mm-hmm.
my whole family was like, they love music, and my dad would play the guitar, and he would
Awesome.
play the cajon, which is a like drum instrument, wooden instrument that you would play. My mom would sing. My older sister would play the flute. And I remember, in New York, you start music like really early. Like you start band in like third grade or something. So I remember what's it called? Like I wanted to play drums
Yep.
first, and then I was like, okay, um, I see my best friend's brother playing trumpet. I was like, I'm gonna go in and play trumpet, and so we started, started out like that, but then unfortunately we had to move, and we moved to Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and Florida and New York very different, super different, and like just
Mm-hmm.
the education there different too. Like, when I entered into fourth grade, I brought my trumpet in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm ready for music class," and like, "We don't do that. We have a recorder. Play this," and I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So I started like playing. I started like making like the hot cross buns was easy and all that stuff. I started playing like Pokemon theme. I started playing like Lion King on it, and I was like doing it all by ear. And and then my older sister really inspired me to continue with music because she did music until all the way for high school, and then after
Okay.
that she was done, and she decided to do something else. She played flute and piccolo, and so when it came time to, realizing what I want to do with my career, because I love building Legos, I love designing and architecting and blueprints and all that. I also love music, and I remember that one movie. I was 13, and it was Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. And when I heard that movie, and that was my first Pirates movie. I
Yep.
didn't see the first, or I didn't see the second. So that was my first one, and I saw it with my like best friends at the time, and I remember hearing the soundtrack and I said, I want to do that. And then my friend, like, beside me said, "You want to do what? Make a movie?" I'm like, "No, I want to write music for a movie."
Mm.
And ever since then, like, I was so determined to, to write music for film. My parents gave me like an old laptop that like barely worked, and I tried to like make music out of it. I tried to do everything. And I think what really drove me or pushed me forward was, to be honest, y'all. Um, I never I never got support. I never got support when I was in high school.
Yep.
Um, and every time I would write something for band, I would show it to my band director. He would look at it and then he'd be like, "This is garbage."
Yeah.
Boom, and then he just throws it. And like for me, like I've always wanted like a band to play my piece or something like that, and I never got that opportunity. And then finally, my band director said okay, because my one of my good friends just said, "Dude, like stop being like a dum dum and let a Christian like perform this piece because it sounds really cool." And high schoolers were, we were either like, this music is too hard or this music is too easy. But I made it like a really good level, and then finally, like when they played my piece, my band director kind of looked at me and I looked at him, and he was like, gosh, like he was just like, what the heck? And I was like, I just made a big smile and I started crying, and I was like, wow, finally somebody played my piece. And then graduated. I continued my music until college,
Mm-hmm.
and graduated with my bachelor's degree in film scoring and media writing production, video game scoring, and television scoring. And and then ever since then, like I now work for a Spanish television network called Univision, and I wrote like a few music for their TV series.
Mm.
Still writing music, and I still write music for like any upcoming projects, like whether it be a podcast, whether it be a short film, a video game, a TV series, or just a big budget film or an indie film.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's where like I continued with that. So I want to thank like me being I don't know if I can say it, but I'm just gonna say it. Like me being like a Christian, like I thank God all the time for it,
Oh
like
yeah, of
for me
course.
continuing my music career. Thank my parents. My parents have been very supportive, um and my family as well, and just my close friends and the great friends that I made here on Twitch as well. Like you guys really inspired me to continue moving forward, and like I'm always down to write music whenever you guys like need an intro or an outro or anything. So yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, guys, please hit him up. I'm gonna do that command for you again. So you can find him on his Spotify. He also has the IG page. And also, I believe I still have that command that says Shadow. Yep, so you can follow him on his Twitch as well. Because highly recommended to go check him out. I remember going to your stream for the first time, and it was so cool just to see the behind the scenes and you just talking about you know, how you're gonna put this piece together when you were working for your clients. And I just love seeing that behind the scenes kind of stuff, because you know, you don't get a lot of it these days. You know, they don't get to see the work that a very passionate person like yourself does. And you know, I can relate to a lot, because you know, your music reminds me of my art when I'm creating stuff, and I always want to show like the behind the scenes of, you know, things, how I'm creating this, you know, what the process is. And you know, it doesn't take like 10 minutes or 20 minutes or a day to finish it. You know, it's just, it takes a lot of work, because you know, you always have to write ideas down and you know, just put them on paper and just like boom and make it come to life. And that's pretty cool to see it, because like I tell everybody whenever ShadowWolf comes on, that he's just like Broadway, because he also has a beautiful voice. He also has his sisters that comes in too, and they just do these like amazing pieces together. When they were singing, I was like, my mouth was in, I'm like, I was like, man, this guy is so freaking talented. And I'm just like, I can't believe he's my friend. But I'm just so always so amazed with your work. And yeah, dude, that is a really awesome story from the beginning. I'm just really still glad that you're doing music, and you're able to show it for people around the world here around this platform. Because I always feel like it's a great way for people to, you know, get exposed to what they're doing, that are really passionate, because you never know who you're gonna find. You know, there's like, wow, this guy, he does all this stuff, and you look at your Spotify and all your work that you've done, and you're like, yeah, I may want him for something, for a big project or a small project. It doesn't matter, as long as, you know, they see within your you know, your work and your creativity.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Yeah. And also want to say to Azuro Beast, yes, I do work for Univision. I think now they're called Televisa Univision, but yes. I was gonna say something, but then I lost my train of thought. I heard like a big lightning and thunderstorm outside, and I was like, it's hurricane season again. So
Oh no.
no, I'm used to it. Like
Yeah.
it's funny, like you know, once I moved to the West Coast, like, you know, to California,
Yep.
then like all those Los Angeles people's like, oh yeah, earthquakes, they happen. I'll be like, what? You know?
Yeah.
But like, if anybody comes to Florida, they'll be like, oh my gosh, hurricane, we gotta go. It's like, nah, don't worry about it. If it's not a category 3, don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
so
We got tornado season up in here in the Midwest. Let's go. No, just kidding.
hey, I got a fear of tornadoes after I saw the movie Tornado. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah. I thankfully I live in the city, so there's not a lot of open land around, so the tornadoes can't form. But it only happened once, like 5 years ago, and that was very rare. There was a tornado that actually touched down in a neighborhood in the middle of the city. And
Wow.
it's just like, how did that happen, and actually destroyed a few homes and whatnot? I'm like, what the? How did a tornado form like that? Because it's supposed to be only for open land and everything. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Nature is scary. That's what I'm gonna say.
Nature is scary.
Nature, watch out for nature. Oh, so I have a rando question for you, Shadow
Sure.
Wolf, and it segues to music and video games. So I was wondering if you could work for any video game company to do a music for them, who would it be and why?
Square Enix. that's an easy right there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because Square Enix like basically makes one of the best games out there. Like they make
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. They've made like um just so many great games. And to be honest, like I think I think working with them would be like a blessing, and just being with Nobuo Uematsu, the guy like behind
Mm.
all the Final Fantasies, minus like 11, 12, 13, and 14 and 15, I think.
Yep.
So it was funny that you mentioned that because um before I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's funny because I said like I wanted to be in architecture,
Yep.
but a few friends of mine actually wanted to be video game developers, and I wanted to be a video game developer too. And I still have the book and like everything that I created. And so I remember 5 years ago, this was 2017, after I graduated from university, I reached out to my friends and I said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And they are like, you know, programmers.
Yep.
And I said, "Do you guys remember when we were in 8th grade and we wanted to make a video game?" And they were like, "Yes." And I was like, "Do you guys want to do that now?" And they all like said, "Heck yes, let's do that now." And we started this project in 2017, and we went up with like, it was basically the 7 of us, and it grew to like now like 13 of us. So it's funny because like my friend would always say we're organization 13, like from Kingdom Hearts. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, so it's funny, and I was like, "Oh, we should make that a logo, Org 13 or something." It's like, "No, we don't want to get copyrighted and sued." And it's like, "Oh yeah, you're true." So
Hmm.
like, it's just the 13 of us, and me. I am on board as their composer, as their video game designer, character designer, and also a bit of a programmer. So I do use the Unreal Engine a bit, but we have been making this for 5 years, and
Mm.
it's still going. It takes a lot. Like it takes a lot to just make a really good video game.
Yep.
And we want to make it like Final Fantasy mixed with anime kind of stuff. Um, and like just seeing like how much time you put in a game, it takes a lot. Like so I remember my friend like went to Square Enix because they were going for an interview,
Yep.
and they just say they have hundreds and hundreds of just employees and designers just literally making one scene after another and after another, and it is crazy. It is really crazy, and we're just like, bro, we've been working on this game for 5 years, and we got like what, like a third of the story down.
Yep.
So it's crazy, but I have been making music for that for a bit. So
Awesome.
it is going to be released this year, and then we'll have a playlist of like what the music's going to be. um I think one of the big things that we're afraid of, like if like, because things happen and stuff, like if the project gets canceled, that's like 5, 6, 7 years down the drain, like if it's like in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does get canceled, like we do have a backup plan. We
Yep.
will basically send whatever we have to Square Enix, and hopefully they will approve it and say, yes, let's do this game. And then maybe it might come out within a year after, so or 2 years after. So that's the big thing. And if I get to work with Nobuo Uematsu right next to him, I will be ecstatic, because like that guy literally made, and I think he made up almost all of our childhood like memories. Like if you
Yeah.
played Final Fantasy, if you played like um other games as well from Square Enix, that was the guy. That was literally the guy that just made everything. So yeah. My second one would be Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog makes great games too. So
Oh yeah. I remember.
that answered the question.
No, no, that's awesome, dude. That I kind of like could tell because you mentioned like Final Fantasy and Pirates of the Caribbean to me like earlier. Man, that'd be awesome. Keep pulling for it. You never know. You never know
Hmm.
what would happen because when you put so much like effort and heart and passion and hard work to it, you just never know what will come up, you know, because
Yeah.
let's just say, for example, you know, Linkin Park's one of my favorite bands in the whole world,
Oh, heck yeah.
and I always listen to their music ever since I was a teenager until now. They're still one of my favorite bands, and it was a dream come true for me because I was featured in their mobile app game
That's so cool.
as a character
What?
with my pixel character and everything that I made, because
That's
I
awesome.
entered like a contest for that, and I won first place for that. And I was like, oh, I'm so ecstatic, and it's just sitting right over there, framed, they signed by all the band members.
That is so cool,
And
man.
yeah, the game is no longer up anymore because it's such an older like app, because it's when the iPhone came out and stuff. And
Oh.
yeah, so it was like 2009 or 10 or something around there.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, you just never know. Something like that. If you like love something and there's an opportunity like that, you never know. Your
Yeah.
dreams could come true. So that was like one of my things. I want to be featured like in a video game, and that was one of it. So I was featured in 8-Bit Rebellion in Linkin
Mhm.
Park's thing. So that's really awesome to me. But I want to be featured in another legit video game, like on like a PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. So
Heck yeah.
I'm going for that, and you're going for the same dream too. So that's amazing,
Mhm.
dude. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you. And that's amazing too, man. Like, what? That's so cool.
Yeah,
For that, look at that. We learned something new
I
from
know.
each other.
That's so cool. Man, we're
Mhm.
so freaking talented. Because I always say like the opportunities keep going. You know, never uh, lose sight on just working on just one. Keep working on other things that you want to go for. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, dude. I feel like yeah, whenever you make it out to the West Coast, for me, just personally, you're gonna be successful just because you're hard work and passion and stuff, and you know, you got full support for me and everybody else on Twitch that you've interacted with. Because dude, I'll do my best to always spread the word about who you are as a composer and stuff. Since you've done music for me, like you got me as a reference, so always let me know you need
Yeah,
something.
definitely. Thank you, my dude. That means
Yeah.
a lot. I'll
Mm-hmm.
help you too. Like, I'll spread the word. Be like, yo, this Creative Artista. You gotta go check him out. Check him like everything, because there's a lot of people out there, especially like millennials and like
Mm-hmm.
that they love retro gaming, and like sometimes they need a character that looks retro, and if they or they just need like a freaking creative banner or something, or just a commission, I'll just be like, yo, look at d-Rad, this guy is your guy, like literally. So
Huh. Oh
whatever
man,
means
thank you. Yeah. Yeah, everybody is just so kind within the Twitch community, which is awesome. But speaking of Twitch, how did you get into streaming?
So that's a funny question on that. I guess how I got into streaming was like back in 2000, was it 2018? I think it was like 2018, 2019,
Mm-hmm.
right? There was only three streaming platforms at the time, which was Twitch, Facebook Gaming, and Mixer.
Oh yeah, I remember
So
Mixer.
yeah, so like I, Mixer was basically for Xbox players. Twitch was basically for PC gamers, and Facebook Gaming was a weird platform. Because people will be like, they know your name, like they see your profile, and like,
Yeah.
oh, hello, this person. It's like, bro, how does he know my name? So it's like,
No, how'd
so
you know my middle name?
right? And it's like, bro, how do you know where I live? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. The Facebook Gaming will like. So it's just,
No.
um, you know, I remember I seen my friend Ariana the Terrible. That's her name, Ariana the Terrible, and she's been like, streaming on Twitch a lot. Like I always see her streams, and I come by, and then I went on Mixer, and that's when I met like a few like really really great people on there. Like I don't know, on TikTok, if you guys know the name Miss Frosty, um she's one of my best friends that I've
Mm-hmm.
made. and I saw it's funny because like I found her on Twitch, not Twitch, on TikTok, and I was like, oh well, this girl has like literally like hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of like likes, and I think one day I was just like going through Mixer and I saw her and I was like, oh, let me pop in. And then I popped in. We played some games together. We became like really close friends, and we're still
Mm,
really like best of friends to this day. And
awesome.
now she's on Twitch because Mixer died.
Yeah.
Went to Facebook gaming. Like Mixer went to Facebook gaming, and then I don't know. Like I guess like I was always just a person to like watch people,
Yep.
and it's funny because I started getting like followers even though I wasn't streaming. I was like, yeah, like I'm just here, just watching, just chilling. It's like, oh, I'll give you a follow then, and then I'm like, oh, thanks, and like I'll follow them, and it's like out of nowhere, I got like 70 people following me, and I haven't even streamed once. And I'm just like, oh, well, let me try streaming. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can make music. Maybe I can do this. I don't know what people like. I don't know what people want to hear or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it my first stream, and it was by accident. I streamed like I don't know when it was, but when I streamed, I think it was January of 2021 or something, and it was completely by accident. I just turned on the stream. I'm like, wait, that's not what's supposed to happen. No, and it was just a disaster. But people were there, and they're like, "Hey, Shadow, what's up? Hey, Christian, hey, I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you guys doing here? Go away!" I was literally like, "Go away! No, don't come."
This is a
And then
test.
I was like, "This is a test stream. I didn't know." And they're like, "Oh, we're just here, we're chilling." And then they helped me, and it was fine. And
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it, and I wanted to make a streaming schedule. I wanted to do something, and over time, like I started to feel like what streamers actually felt. So like and I wanted to bring this up for everybody that's streaming out there. Like I never realized that streaming takes a lot of energy and a lot of you, like just projecting yourself to everyone, like literally just like it can be like you're doing like, yeah, awesome, let's do this, and then after stream's like, bye everybody, and then after stream you're like, oh my gosh, and you're just like, whoa, like just fully drained. And that happened to me a few times. I was like, wow. And there were days where I had to take like a month break.
Mm-hmm.
um there were times where I was just like, I don't know what to say, because obviously when we stream, like sometimes people just lurk. Also, one rule of advice: also never ever call out your lurkers.
Yep.
uh, like it's like, oh, who's in here? Oh, we got this, and like, oh, I'm just here, just so it's like, I learned that one, and I think I learned it from Starlight, because I think when I went to her stream, she said to everybody, it's like, one rule of advice, y'all, never call out your lookers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a good advice. Yeah, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
write that down. So yeah, it was yeah, it can be like really tough, and just like sometimes people won't come in. Sometimes you'll have five people but nobody's saying anything,
Mm-hmm.
and you just have to try to like do what you can, and try to make it upbeat. A lot of the times, like I watched this guy named the Alpha Gaming. He changed his name to Senpai Gaming, but he
Mm-hmm.
made a lot of good things. Like people would look at you like, the audio is very important when it comes to like streaming. The quality of the video is also very important. So like I got myself really good, gear, and I
Oops.
want to enhance my streaming. But at the same time, like I'm literally two different people in when it comes to like streaming music and streaming video games, because like when it comes to streaming music, you could see like I'm very professional. I can make little jokes here and there. But when I'm streaming like a video game, like I become a Jim Carrey. Like that's one way, if somebody would tell me, like I'll start doing voice acting. It's like, I am the chosen one. You cannot defeat me, like
Yes.
that. Or I'll be like, oh. or act like, you know, like I love doing voiceovers, like, yeah, Sonny, I'm just here. Go away, Grandpa. Or like,
Hey, that's good,
like,
man.
like, like I'll just do that kind of stuff. Like if I'm playing like Red Dead Redemption, it's like, hey Dutch, what are you doing here? I don't know, Arthur. I'm just here sitting. Get up here. I'll like do funny things. Like I'm on a horse, I'm on a horse, and then the horse like just dies, and I'm just like, I have like a surprise Wolf Thunder face. It's like, buy a horse. What happened to it? So it's um,
Oh my
like
gosh.
literally, like when I was playing Mario Kart with Wolf Thunder, like this was funny because he literally was he was Bowser, I was Shy Guy, and he was being cocky, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just wait for all of y'all," and he was in the finish line. He was like right there. What he didn't expect that I was behind him, I threw a red shell and I passed through him and I got first place. And his
Good.
reaction was just like, and I was just like, meow. I was just doing that, like, I was just that was me. That was literally me. So I
Oh
was like,
man. You have the same humor as me. I do that every time when I play a game. I actually made a TikTok video because Wolf Thunder plays marbles on streams with his community. And I remember creating it like I think like last year, and he was just like, "Oh, d-Rad's not gonna win. He's wait. What's he doing? Wait, he was in last place. Now he's in first place. He beat me." And he was like, that was unexpected. And you know, Wolf's face is all shocked. So I captured that. Then I started doing the same laugh like you were doing. I'm like, something like that. Like, you don't mess with me, man.
yeah. I just love, like, you know, just entertaining, and I want to say to wait, hold on.
Rasky.
Miraski. Thank you. Like that was a really good voice. Thank you. Yeah, I think when I was little, I always watched Jim Carrey, and I would always like impersonate him. I think I watched The Grinch way too many times. It's like, I'm the Grinch that stole Christmas. Or it'll be like, it's like sometimes I'll just like make random voices here and there. Like I'll be like when I beat Wolf Thunder, I was just laughing like and then I put a Shy Guy voice like meow meow like, you know, just doing that.
Nice.
I just love doing voice act because it's a different side of me, and people will be like, "Oh my gosh, like I didn't know you could do that." Like sometimes I could be like, "I'm gonna capture a Squirtle, 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 Squirtle." Like I would just do that, or I'll be like I would do a lot of Pokemon voices.
Yeah.
I would you know, do just basically all different types of voices. I would just love like just being like very over the top, because that's like who really like deep down inside is like, that's me, like a little like a child, like just doing that. So it's just really fun. Like I feel like when I play video games, sometimes I'm just a different person. Like I would play like Assassin's Creed and my close friends would know this. Like I was just like I literally was like, I'll pick up somebody, right? They're not like, you know, they didn't kick the bucket yet. And I'll just be like, I'm gonna just put you over the edge here because I can't kill you. Wait, why are you sliding off? And then it just shows that they're dead. And I'm like, well, on to the next one. Okay, I guess we'll just leave him there. It's like, just things happen to me that I'm just like, it's a funny moment that like, you know, there comes times, like example, like in Red Dead Redemption, like I would just see a puppy, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a cute little puppy, and then they'll like just start barking at me. I was like, wait, I don't want all these dogs chasing me. Get that yellow fella out there. And it's like, no, wait, I didn't want to kill a puppy. Just run away, and then I'll be like, Vespa, come on, Vespa. I'll name my horse like really different, like, and then it's like, no, Vespa, you're dead. Well, time to get Bob. And it's like, it's like, it's just a different kind of, like, you know, different kind of like characters that I make. Like, I would be like acting like a granny. Like, like sometimes I'll be like, help me, youngster. I just want to make sure I move, Grandma. Like, I'll just do that. I'll just go and do that. Or like, I'll just like Like sometimes, like I don't know if you guys play Grand Theft Auto, but like I'll just be minding my own business, and some guys be like, "You're a jerk," and I'll just look at them, and then I'll just give them a big punch, like, and then they'll just go down. And like, "No, you are. Don't ever make fun of me," and I'll run away. Like,
Oh my gosh, cause I know what you mean because I play GTA off stream, and whenever somebody's like, "Yeah, Jack," and I do my voice acting, like my attempted one, I'm like, "What'd you say to me? What did you say to me? I ain't even do nothing. I'll just walk in, mind my own business, getting ready to get some Burger King, and you call me a jerk? What's your problem? What's your problem? What, you wanna go? Wanna go?" I'm just like, start like playing around and pushing them and whatnot. Then just do a little punch. I'm like, I didn't mean to do it. Like, I'm not like that. You reached me in my final form. You don't want to see me in my final form. Oh my gosh, dude. But I love that about you, man. That's really awesome. I really love when people can just, be themselves. Maybe turn up the knob a little bit more when you're on stream, because like you mentioned before, it does take a lot of energy. I'm the same way. Every time when I'm done stream, I'm like, man. And I feel off that natural serotonin. I love that high that I get from, chatting with you and everybody else here in the community. You guys give me that natural energy, and it feels so good because I really feel good about myself afterwards. And I'm sure you're the same way too, because when you have such a really awesome stream, just like for me, I don't care if there's 1 or 2 people here, as long as we're interacting and chatting, or even if I'm just by myself, because I just like to naturally just be goofy, and
goofy.
goofy.
Sometimes I love doing the goofy voices, or I'll be like, "Oh, I did it. Yes, I did. Oh, to kick you." It's like,
oh my gosh. Oh, I used to do that when I used to play Disney games on the Sega Genesis, man.
Yeah.
Like Goofy
so
would appear.
Look, I'm gonna get you, Mickey. No, Goofy, don't. Oh, oh, I'm gonna get you, Donald.
Oh boy.
I just do that. It's like, Pluto, what are you doing? Goofy, no. I'm gonna get you, Mickey.
Oh my gosh, your Mickey Mouse is on point, man. I love it.
I actually went to Disney. I'm gonna, be going to Disney later. Like, whenever I see Mickey Mouse, I'll be like, "Hiya, pal," and then they'll be like, they'll do that kind of thing, like with their thing, and like, "Can I get a picture with you?" "Oh, thanks, buddy. Can I get an autograph?" "Oh, you're so swell, pal."
And
just like
Mickey Mouse is probably upset because they can't talk. They're just like, "I wish I could talk like that." Can I get a picture of you, pal?
I think what really helped me was my dad is basically like, we call him like the Robin Williams, because Robin, rest his soul.
Yes.
My dad was like always super bombastic. Like, he would pretend to be Genie. He would pretend to like be like Robin Williams, and like I would learn a lot of things from him. And just be like, he's the one that introduced me to like video gaming. Like, I remember he brought in a PlayStation. I was 3 years old, and he's like, "Do you want to play this with me?" And I just looked at him like, "Okay." Like Ness, like, "Okay." And so I just started playing video games with him. I started playing Crash Bandicoot, and then I started doing the wow, like doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, Crash, yes.
Yeah, I would do that, or I'd be like Cortex, like, or like, yeah, like,
man.
Like Aku would be like, like that.
Oh man.
It's just like I really love playing Crash, and then I started playing Tekken 2. That was my first game with him. And then I played Spyro, and then like it evolved to like Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy 7, like I really like it was 3 disc. I remembered it being 3 disc, and it had like, I think, Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa. I could be wrong, but like it's I remember playing it with him, and then something happened. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I think people know. And then I got
Mhm.
really sad, and I said I don't want to play the game anymore. And then my dad was like saying, "Oh, but you can watch me play the game." And I said, "No, not without this person." And so we had to go to like disc 2 or disc 3, and then but then we finished the game, and then I said it was beautiful. So then I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I told my dad, "Hey, just come and play this with me." And he says, "Oh, I'll watch you," because he's getting a little older, and he's not into like video games that much, except
Yeah.
for Tekken. He loves Tekken.
Mm.
He will beat anybody. I kid you not. But going back from the Final Fantasy thing, like he started crying, like seeing how beautiful the scenery, the graphics, everything, and he's like, "Wow,
Right.
how we freaking evolved in video games." So yeah, and like yeah, I always loved like doing voicing. I see Nier I'm sorry, was it Niraski?
Niraski.
Niraski.
Yeah.
Niraski. He's saying I think he says, I'm the type of person that love to hype people up while they are streaming, even if they are in the middle of a match. That courage to keep on going. Heck yeah.
Oh, yep. That is so true.
I can imagine Niraski going, I'm the type of person. No, wait, hold on. It's like, even if they're in the middle of a match, that courage to keep on going. It's like doing that.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
He's like, your voice acting is really good. Thank you, Zero. Thank you so much. Like, yeah, I really like voice acting. Like I said to myself, if like, if I ever want to do something on the side, it would be voice acting because I love like providing voices. Like, um, somebody like I think I think a lot of people like to hear the Mickey Mouse voice, but like they like to like hear it like, what do you say to me, son? Oh, you wanna fight? Oh, toodles. It's like, come here, teaches this guy a lesson. So, yeah, I
I'm
love doing
sorry.
voice acting.
Mickey Mouse has to be my favorite. It's like Mickey Mouse is very angry. It's like, oh my gosh, don't want to mess with you, Mickey.
Yeah. What did you do to her, Goofy? Oh, I did nothing, Mickey. Oh, yeah? What did you do to my Minnie? Tell me! Tell me now! Oh, no, get out there! Sorry, Mickey. No, you can't even talk. You should get out of here, too.
Sorry.
You see Mickey with a baseball bat just hitting Goofy. It's like, oh, Mickey, I was just trying to protect Sora from the Keyblade. Why do you have to protect Sora from the Keyblade? He needs the Keyblade. Oh, yeah?
I'm tearing up, man. Oh my gosh. I can't do the podcast anymore, guys.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog.
You got this. You got the shadow.
I just like sometimes I'll make a scenario in my head. Like I'll be like, "There's only one. There's only one." Wait, it's like this town only can have one mouse here, and that mouse ain't you, Jerry. And then you see Jerry the mouse from Tom and Jerry. And
Yeah.
like, get out of my town! Oh wait, that's Goofy. Oh.
Is there any famous mices or mouses besides Mickey Mouse and Jerry? I'm trying to think.
Mickey Mouse, Jerry. There's also well, not Mortimer Mouse.
Yeah.
There's also that's a good question.
Yeah. Is there a Mighty Mouse? Isn't he a superhero mouse?
Oh gosh, Speedy Gonzalez. I remember doing that one.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Speedy Gonzalez. Oh my god, so good.
I remember like the Dunham is like Dunham. What is that? My name is Juan Pablo. No, jalapeno. And what are you doing, jalapeno? I'm gonna stick. Silence! I kill you. No, senor.
Oh man.
I see Nasky saying picks up mic. Here we go again. This is the dude. Someone takes the mic. Nah, this dude is ran at him, punch him across the face. Wait, I have to read this whole thing. Wait, snet him flying across the arena. This This is the dude that will dominate, that will go all out. He will dominate every match and will not give up. It's unstoppable to stop him. Who ends up inside his match on enemy lines? Damn, I wish you good luck, cause here he comes, Shadow. Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, that's Naroski hyping you up.
Thank you. Here we go again. Speedy Gonzalez. And then I did fall. Thank you, Naroski. Thank you. Sometimes I'll be like, I love, if you guys seen anime, I love doing impersonating of anime. It's like,
we are back. We are back. We are back.
I think I was saying before the stream crashed, maybe I the animes and stuff. But no, like I love because I'm just trying to let me do this here. What fucking I love doing. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to copy. Nice, see how it is. All right, phone. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys do this with your phones. Like when you're trying to copy something, it's like copy it and then try to paste it, and then you just look at your phone like, "Mm, okay, I guess you don't want to copy it. I guess you want to just be a jerk to me. I see how it is." And it's like, but there we go. I'm just sending this currently. Okay, sorry. But what I like to do is I love to do like voiceover, like anime stuff, like I would just go like I don't know. I know there's some words that are not like Japanese, but like if you can like enunciate or make the character real, it sounds like I'm saying things in Japanese. You know, like I would be like ho ho Jotaro o nukatsurai kayasho watashi wo no sho nande aikarimashu.
Man, that's so good.
And then they'll be like, Naruto, Sasuke, like doing all that stuff. Like I just like doing the voices of anime, even if I'm not like doing like saying the right things. It's like I mean, one thing I can be like, I'll once I go to Japan, like I'm gonna be visiting there for like 2 weeks. I'll probably go up to like a drive-through, or I'll like say something in like we're like, oh. Gohan, please. It's like rice, please.
Yeah. That's gonna be an awesome experience, man. Yeah. Speaking of Japan, where are you gonna be going?
I'm gonna be with my dad.
Yep.
And we're gonna be going to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Okinawa, basically almost everywhere.
Ooh.
I also do have, a couple of friends there that are music, and I'll be like collaborating with them. And I also have I met new people, like 2 new people that are directing a Japanese samurai film, and which is really cool because, not gonna lie, if you guys seen d-Rad's creative crossover stream, he featured one of my songs, or featured 3 of my songs, but one of them is called Bushido. And that was the song that the directors heard, and they literally said like, you captured the sound of like Japan, like you literally captured it. And I was like, so they're asking me if they want to collab, or they want to have me a part of this project. And I'll say this, like Japanese people, knowing from my friend Naomi, she says they don't really ask foreigners to go and like do this kind of thing. But since if you captured something like if you really respect their culture and you captured like the music of their culture, they're going to ask you and to come like and collab with them. Like happened to a few composers like Hans Zimmer when he did The Last Samurai. Literally the people in Japan said he captured the sound, and we love his music. So yeah, so I'm really excited for that one, like really ecstatic.
Yeah, congratulations. Like Naroski was saying, dude. Wow.
Thank you, Naroski. Thank you, d-Rad.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Of course, like I remember editing that. If you guys don't know, like taking you behind the curtain, because when I did the Rad Vibes, the crossover, so it was a collaboration between musicians that I met and other artists, visual artists. And I got to edit one of ShadowWolf's well, putting his music into my visual effects because I like doing visual effects animation and creating like a video too. And when I made that Bushido, I was legit in tears when I was editing it because it was so beautiful. I believe it's still up too, so if you guys want to scroll down and watch it, it's still on the archives on my videos here. But just listening to that, you did like capture everything from like, you know, how like Japanese music should be presented, and that was amazing. Everything that you come on, because I could tell you're like, well, okay, I'm gonna learn about this. I'm gonna learn about, you know, what, you know, type of instruments they do, the culture and stuff, and you capture that, and that's when you know it's really good, you start to tear up. For me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really I go through phases in like my music career. Like there'll be a time where I'll be like compose like Hans Zimmer, dun 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 dun. It's like, all right, compose like Michael Giacchino, like freaking Up or like Zootopia. Okay, compose like Joe Hisaishi, and then like make Studio Ghibli music and stuff. Compose like, so I'll go through like different phases, but sometimes like there was this there's this YouTube series that I was writing music for, and like I had the opportunity to write music. They used some of my music, but in the
Mm-hmm.
end they went with this composer guy that like was very very slow at writing music. But it was their friend, and they were very surprised that I wrote like 5 thematic music and 5 like stuff like for them in like a day. But I was presenting it on my stream, and I remember Pathogens came by, and he was like, "Why does this sound so familiar?" And then he's like, "Does this sound like He was like saying something about a high school or something, and then I was like, "You mean K-On?" And he's like, "Yeah, K-On." And K-On is I don't know if you guys heard of that anime, but like I um I watched it. It's about basically 4 high school girls.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're like in their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. They formed a band together, and they go and they basically travel, and they perform in like different areas and in school. And then they also grab this when they were in a junior, then they grab the sophomore, because in Japan like it's a 3-year program, so it's like sophomore year, junior year, and senior year, which is first, second, and third year.
Yep.
And then like um and in here in the United States you have ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. So then this girl Azusa like comes in, and she's a sophomore, first year, while the rest are second years, and she becomes part of this band. And then it's a really nice anime. I say go watch it. I think it's on Hulu now. It used to be on Netflix. Go watch it in either sub or dub, whichever you like. But it was a really nice anime. I love the music, and I started writing music like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then I put that into the other like into that YouTube series, and they really really liked it. And so also to answer Naraski's question, I've never seen Steins Gate. I don't think so. I'm maybe like if I see it and if I'm like, oh, I remember this, then maybe, but I don't think I have. There's a lot of animes that I still haven't had like have the chance to watch, like some that are like I remember somebody said, "Have you watched Elfenlied?" And I just kind of gave a smirk, and I'm like, "Yes, I did watch it. It's very gory." I was like, and they're like, "Oh, what did you think?" I'm like, "It's very gory." So, um, I like I like animes that is kind of like romantic kind, like Weathering with You, Your Name,
Oh yeah,
um,
they're good
Love
ones.
Chinugyo, um, Sword Art Online, like Attack on Titan. I know everybody's. I haven't like really watched as much of it like as I wanted to, but there's some anime that like I look at it. I'm like I like it and it fits with me. Like example, like what will be like oh like people like they say what's the longest anime have you watched so far? I say One Piece. I was like, what episode are you in? I don't know, 600 something. I don't really remember. Like
Yeah.
I'm in somewhere in the 600s, and then they're like, what's the longest anime that you watched that you've completed? And I'm like, Fairy Tail. And like, how many episodes was that? 328. and they're like, whoa, plus the 2 movies. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, there's short animes like Parasite. What else? Um, there's anime movies like A Whisker Away. A Silent Voice is beautiful. Like those kinds of stuff. Like I really love like, just watching it. I'm not like too addicted. Like I know I went to a Comic-Con and like I'm just there to enjoy it. Like I like enjoy like watching it and seeing it and feeling the feels and all that. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people will be like, "No, this one's better." Yeah, bro. Like they'll be like a muscle man kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yes, bro, this is way better." And I'm like, okay. I mean, I just like this because I like it. It's like, what? Like example, Sword Art Online. I love Sword Art Online. I love all the seasons. I haven't seen the Asuna version of it. I want to see it, but
Mm-hmm.
like, I literally watched it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Sword Art Online. Literally, this Comic Con person behind me came out of nowhere, and he's like, but this first season is better, bro. And I'm just like, what? He's like, first season all the way. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. He's like, no, bro. And he kept calling me bro. I understand the reference now when people say stop calling me bro because they really don't know you. But
Yeah.
like, it's it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, no, bro, anything after season 1 is bad. And I'm like, okay, well, that's your opinion. And he literally grabbed me and turned me over and he's like, that's the facts, bro. And he just did that. And I'm like, no, please go away. And then my friends came in and it's like, do you have a problem with that? Like,
This is
like my
legit like anime you're in. Like looks like you were talking to there's this character that you're with that voice and everything sounds like I don't know if you ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho.
oh
Um
no.
but there's this character named Kurobara and he talks exactly how you're doing the voiceover right now. So I'm like, was Kurobara talking to you? Cause he's like that. He's like, yo, bro, don't you know this is cooler than this, man. You can't do this, bro. Like I was just like, is that guy? What are you talking to, Cobra?
I was trying to impersonate Muscle Man from like regular
Oh
shows. Like,
yeah, we got Muscle Man too.
he's like, you know what's fun? Don't you dare say it. My
My
mom.
mom. Another awesome show. Oh my gosh, that's on point. Now I'm thinking about yeah, Muscle Man too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I had my friend Panda. He's a really big guy, like big, like both tall and big. And
yeah.
like he literally comes up, and he's like, "You have a problem with my friend?" Like, and he's just staring at him. He's like, "No." And it's like, then I suggest you go away.
Ooh.
Oh, like that. And then he just walked away. And then I'm like, thanks, Panda. And he's like, I got you, Juan Gabriel del Sol. Because he named me that because like he's like, we need a Spanish epic name for you. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay. And then Panda just said, Juan Gabriel del Sol. Like, dude, that's actually freaking awesome.
I
He's
love
like,
it.
so but yeah, it's like sometimes like I would love to if we hang out in person, like I always do a lot of voice acting. It's like when I play Monopoly with my friends, I'll be with my friend like it'll be my friend Panda, Michi, Ariana, Lorena, and myself, and we would just be like playing, and then Panda would be like he'll pretend to be German, but he'll pretend to be like 1940s German in a
Yeah.
way, and he'll be like, und property here, und one here, und two here. Ah, I won't say like anything else because it starts to get very R-rated, but like,
Mhm.
um, like I'll sometimes like I don't know if you guys seen Meat Canyon, but that's also another like
Mm-mm.
um crazy animation. Like sometimes be like, who wants a jawbreaker? He's gonna be there, seeing the light. Like, or be like ghost. Like we'll play Ghost of Tsushima, and then I'll just randomly be like ghost, and then like he'll just laugh. Like, it's just things like that. Like I just love providing voice. Like sometimes like we'll be in a movie theater and like I don't know if you guys seen the trailer Beast like with Idris Elba, but he'll like there's a part where a lion comes in and then they're in Africa. So all you just hear is me going nah and then everybody just starts cracking up in the theater. And then, or like, there's this anime called Belle, and like I literally watched it with my friends, and I said, is this basically Beauty and the Beast but anime version? And then everybody just starts laughing, and I'm just like, what the frick is this? Why are we here? It's like I just like to just be like funny and just make everybody's day.
No, I love that, man. I love those type of people, because when I hear stuff like that through movie theaters or just randomly, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that was funny. I like that person a lot.
Sometimes I'll just like sometimes if I'm thinking, like I'll just be like, homie, like randomly just start like all this voice acting. It's like it's just a plethora of like, you know, voices and like voices from people, not like actual voices, but like voices from like characters and stuff, like in my head. Like sometimes if I want to be like droopy, I'll be like, boo, this is so bad. I don't want to be here. I just want to go and read a book. Like I'll just do that, or like sometimes I'll like, you know, I don't know, it's very different. Sometimes a new voice comes in and I don't even know where that voice is from, you know. So yeah, I just love doing voice acting too, because if I like once I play like, you know, video games, then I'll be like, you know, you'll see that side of me and be like, Krusty the Clown is here. Like just doing that kind of stuff. I'm gonna get you. Like just doing that.
Oh man, what can you not do? You're awesome at everything.
Thank you.
Azoro Beats is heading out. See you, Azoro Beats. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out with us, man. I appreciate it. Naroski said if I could give you, if I had $1 million to narrate my life, he's really good. Nice.
Thank you, Naroski. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just like, I know it like brings a smile to people's faces. Like sometimes, like if I, like if there's a game, I don't know if it's Gmod or something, but it's basically you have to hide or seek or something. And sometimes I'll be like, where are you guys? Why are you guys hiding from me? I know you're gonna get us. Like, why are you guys hiding now? And I'll just like start doing my voices. I'll be like a Joker, like Batsy's here. I'll just start doing that, or I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll be like, stop, no, please don't. And it's like, I'm gonna get you.
Oh my god, man, you are so on point. I could just listen to this all day, guys. I'm just loving this right now. I didn't know you like to do voice acting or anything like that. Man, everything's on point. I love it. Can you do any Dragon Ball Z?
I can do I could do like I remember doing the Dragon Ball Z bridge. It's like Vegeta. Remember when we went to the Buck Planet, Vegeta? Vegeta. Oh, Nappa. Or like I'll be like, oh gosh, dang it, Nappa! How could you do this? Our level's over 9,000. Hey guys, how's it going? Shut up, Krillin. Oh, I just wanted to try. It's like, Goku. What is it, Piccolo? Come over here. I need you to help to defeat Raditz. Okay, here I come. I do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Oh, I could be like who's the guy? Is it King Kai? King Kai is the
like the goofy one. That's like
like he's like, Goku, what are you doing? Or I could be no, the Master Rishu.
Oh, Master Roshi.
Roshi. He'll be like,
yep.
Hey, Boomer, how's it going?
Gosh, that's on point.
And then they just fall and like,
Hi, Gohan. How's it going here? I'd like to see some Boma. Oh, yeah, right. Vegeta's here.
Quit staring about my wife.
Oh my gosh, is he amazing, everybody, if you're on here, or even if you're watching the VOD. Oh my gosh, if you want to hire a voice actor for anything that you guys are doing, go give ShadowWolf a holler, man. Oh, that is talent. Because I'm trying to think of anything else too, but I don't think anything comes to mind. But oh my gosh, you got everything down, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I just try to like, I just like, you know, just making random voices. Like sometimes people will tell me like, can you do like as time progressed, like my voice will get deeper, and it actually did because I got COVID back in July.
Yep.
And unfortunately, like I can't go too high anymore, but that's okay. Like I'm still like, you know, learning how to like you know, practice my voicing and stuff like that. I think the fun part I have is like being like making like things that are very exotic. Like so like sometimes I'll like, you know, old people like grandpas, they're funny. It's like,
yeah, you're a little good whippersnapper, aren't you?
or be like,
be a good sonny and just grab Grandpa his pews, please.
Or like I remember trying to do Family Guy. Family Guy was hard. Like doing
oh, like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, I tried to go like I tried to do that, but it was hard. Cleveland's like, mind your profanity, or Quagmire was like always like
giggity 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 giggity. Hey Peter, how's it going?
I could do that a little. Joe was like, hey Peter, I need your help here. It's really hard to do the Patrick. Like he's like, right, the poison for Cusco, the poison made to kill Cusco's poison.
Yep.
So
oh my gosh,
a lot. I could do Stitch. I remember doing Stitch a lot. Or no, I used to do Elmo and Stitch a lot for my little sister when she was little. Like she would be like, can you do Elmo? I'm like,
hi baby, hi, Elmo here.
Doing that.
Yep.
And then Stitch will be like,
Hannah means family.
Like, I would do
nice.
So I would do like a lot of.
Oh my gosh, man. I bet some people are gonna ask you later on if they're over here like, hey, do a d-Rad PunX voiceover.
Yeah, I could do that. I mean, like, I can try to mimic someone's voice the more I hear it. Like if I can find your timbre, I could probably mimic your voice.
Oh. Do you think you could do Wolf Thunder? Or do you need more?
Wolf Thunder would be like, it would kind of be like if I can remember it, like Wolf Thunder's voice would be like, hey everybody, how's it going? Oh hey there Shadow, how's it going? Good to see you. Happy Huggy Mondays. Yeah. Oh d-Rad d-Rad's here. Oh it's like,
wow.
Oh, hi there. I'm gonna make you mod. I'm gonna make you a mod. I'll make you a mod too. Everybody's a mod. So
no, that's good.
I just have to hear someone's voice because, like, when I was little, my older sister had a journal, and it's a voice recorded journal. So you would have to say the word "girls rule," right? And so I would listen to her over and over, and she would be like, "Girls rule, access granted," and it will open. So then I would be like, "Girls rule, access denied. Girls rule, access denied." I'll be like, "Girls rule, access granted." Oh wow, that actually worked. So I would just try to mimic people's voices, and it actually worked. Like I remember I had to mimic my cousin's voice.
Yeah.
And his name is Juan, and or we call him Jay.
Yep.
But like when he talks in English, he's like, "Hello, my name is Juan. Could you help me, please?" Like
Yep.
he'll talk like that, but when he talks in Spanish, like he's very different. So I'm like, okay. I told him, talk to me in English, talk to me in English, and he's like, okay. And then he started talking to me in English, and then I'm like, hi, my name is Juan. And then I talked to the guy in the Airbnb, and then so when we met him, he's like, Juan, and he's like, hello, like, you know, and then he met him, and he's like, oh, there you are. So
Oh, okay.
it works.
Nice. That is cool, man. That is a talent. I hope you keep doing, because no lie, everybody here probably agrees as well that we're chatting that you do have an awesome voice.
Thank you.
Voice acting voice, and yeah, I hope to have you like land something in the near future too, you know, because yeah, you moving out to the West Coast, use that talent as well. You never
Yeah.
know, that there's, you know, a few things that you could land with cartoons or commercials or anything like that, you know, that fits the right vibe for you, you know.
Like I remember, and I want to thank Hopper saying like Shadow Wolf Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Hopper. Yeah, like for me, if it's like I remember I was writing music for this cartoon, and like you know they were trying to get it onto Netflix or something. So I was writing the music for it, and then they're like, we kind of need like another actor, but we can't find one, or voice actor. I'm like, I can give it a shot. And then they're like, okay, this one is a turtle. And I looked at the script and like, okay, but the turtle is an old turtle,
Yep.
huh? And this turtle like says his words slow. Like it's a very like a slow old turtle. I'm like, okay, so I started being like a turtle and was like, "Hey, my name is Jim." Like I would do like that turtle thing that goes like that kind of thing because I wanted that.
Yeah.
So I did that one. But I remember, I don't know if you guys seen the comedian Fluffy. Like I think Fluffy also helped me with my like stuff because like he's like, oh my gosh, yes. Like I can't do that girl voice I used to do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like he would be like like he would just do sound effects, or it'll be like example, like I would tell a story. They said, what's the craziest thing you ever done with your friends? I'm like, nearly getting in trouble in Universal. Like, what did you do? Well, we were on the Popeye ride. It was me and my 5 friends. And my one friend decided that it would be funny if we take off our seatbelt and just stand up on like this ride that does that thing. And so he did it, but he fell off, and each one of us grabbed onto him. Like, so he fell, and my friend Danny grabbed onto him.
Yeah.
I grabbed onto Danny. Somebody grabbed onto me, and then Dennis, the big guy, was pulling us. So it was like we were pulling a big guy while the big guy was pulling all of us. And so we literally like were getting out, and then it was so funny because like he just goes like, we get out and we're all like soaking wet, and so we're like just walking, and we see security is like, where are them damn kids? And then we're just like that, just trying to get out of there. And so, and it was our 8th grade field trip. And I remember the year after, like they decided to have the teachers be with the kids because of that incident. But
yeah,
it was just funny. Just like, decide, you know, it's bad when they decided to be funny. Exactly.
Oh man, that's crazy.
If I'm not like, you know, writing music, I'm usually just playing games, or I'd probably just be studying a new language, or just write, or just be, you know, doing voice acting. I think I really like like I think growing up, because Batman's my favorite superhero.
Oh, Batman, nice.
I love Kevin Costner's. He's like, Joker, where are you hiding them?
Hi, Patsy.
Like doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or my friend Michelle, she does a really good Harley Quinn. So sometimes like her and I like will pretend to like she'll go like, hey, I can't do the Harley Quinn thing,
Yeah.
but she'll say, hey, Mr. J, and I'm like, what's up, Harley? Like I'll just do that, or I'll be Batman and be like, go away, Quinn.
Oh my gosh, that is on point. I'm just in awe right now, just with all the voice. I love hearing that. I especially love voice actors a lot. I got to, meet a few of them when I went to the anime cons that I went to before the pandemic. And I got to meet the voice actor. Yep, Hopperpot says I met Goku, the voice actor, the Western version. And he's my childhood, I grew up to him. Man, when I watched Dragon Ball Z for the first time, I had to be at least 12 when I first watched Dragon Ball Z, and that was just like on time when Funimation took over. And when Funimation took over, I was like, oh, they have new voices for the all the characters. This is pretty dope. And I just remember like line by line with everything what because Goku's my favorite. I know he's like the main guy, Oh, he's overrated, what? No, I'm like, he's my childhood. He's not overrated to me. I know he's like, he can be saturated all over. Like, this is like the, because he is the main person. You gotta go for the main person. And I just remember the early days of just like him saying all these quotes and whatnot, and just being able to actually meet the voice actor and just telling him. And it's just crazy because his voice is legit Goku. That's how he sounds like in real life.
Wow.
And he's like, hey, what's your name? I'm like, hey, my name is d-Rad. Hey, d-Rad, nice to meet you. I'm like, oh my god, Goku's talking to me. Like in my head. And it was cool because we talked for like 15 minutes and everything. And I just told them like, I'm just gonna say this, you like inspired my life with watching Dragon Ball Z. I'm still obsessed with it till this day. And, I really appreciate your craft and what you're doing. And Goku's always been like my hero as a kid. Because when I was in a bad rut, and because, you're going through middle school and high school, a lot of kids are mean to you and stuff. And I'm just like, I get to come home and I get to watch you, Goku, Dragon Ball Z. And I get to watch you beat all these like crazy bad guys and having all these quotes and say Kamehameha, and I'm like, ugh. And it's just cool to just have that like a person behind the character. It means a lot, because they put like so much work into it, and it's like it's them too, because it lives part of them, even though like they don't exactly look like that character and anything. And yeah, he was really cool. He just like really talked to me, like got to know me, and just like, yeah, he's like, oh, because I created him a piece. I vector illustrated a Goku piece, and I had him sign it for me. Then I gave him a copy as well. Yeah, you can have this and put it around your house or something if you want.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, like voice actors, they're really cool. Like I remember when I went to SuperCon this past July, that's when I met Dante Basco. I met Harlatcher. I met like I don't really remember all their names, but like I met each and every single one of them, and it was really nice. Like it's crazy because some of them, like, because I know a lot of people, like, let me just say this, the voice actors are very kind, because that was my first Comic-Con or SuperCon.
Yep.
The voice actors are very kind. It's the people around them that are helping them are not. I realize that. It's like they really want to talk, and some of them is like they tell them, hey, you got to stop talking to them and move on, like, because this one person was overbooked with a lot of like, and it wasn't his fault. It was the location's fault. And he really likes to take his time with his fans. He likes to take time to talk to people. And it's just really like crazy how like some people will just be like, no, move on. But like I talked to Dante Basco, the voice of Zuko, and I remember he asked me like, "Are you Filipino?" And I said, "No." He's like, "Are you Hispanic?" And I was like, "Yeah." Oh, cool, dude. Okay, where from? And like he started like chatting with me and like I remember I said like I remember you playing Rufio and Hook, and I remember you like
Mm-hmm.
your voice in American Dragon Jake Long, just everywhere. I can recognize because that's his voice. He doesn't change it. Like that's his actual legit voice. So, um, and he was just so happy to see me. Like a lot of people like are just so happy to see their fans, and some of them like I would like voice act in front of them, and they would be like, "What?" Um, like sometimes I can't do Kirito anymore. I used to, but like I would do it in front of there was this girl named Sheremy Lay
Mm-hmm.
who was the voice of Asuna. I love her. She's amazing. And I remember I did a um like a Kirito voice, and she literally was like, this was way back. This was like 2014, 2015 around there.
Yep.
And I remember she just was like really happy about it. And but this one was very different because I don't know. There's so many different things. There's SuperCon, there's Comic Con. I don't really know the difference. Maybe y'all can help me with that one because I went to like both of them. This was my first SuperCon, and the one I went before was a Comic Con. So I don't know
Yep.
what the difference was. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you could tell me, D-Rad.
Let's see. Usually Comic Cons are a little bit of everything. They would just like have like, the comic book superheroes. It's then video games, characters and whatnot. Anime cons will strictly just be solely for anime. Like voice actors to like meet, but they'll still have like a little bit of everything, but they'll just focus on that. Cause yeah, that's what I learned too. Cause I was like, what's the difference between that? But yeah, they're like Comic Cons have everything. You'll get the comic book actors and the anime characters, but maybe it'll just fully focus on just comic book characters. So yeah,
Mm.
but just speaking of that too, they do really care a lot because like Sean Schemmel, who is the voice actor of Goku, he was just there like chilling by himself, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go up and just even know. I'm like, is the line open? And they're just like, no. But he's like, no. You want to chat? Let's chat. Then the first thing he told me is like, you look like my best friend, and I'm like, I'm Goku's best friend in my head. He's like, yeah, and that's what he said to me first. He's like, hey, you look so familiar. You look like one of my best friends. And I was just like laughing. I was like, oh, for real? That's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, you guys have the same style. Kind of like talk like him and stuff. I'm like, damn, who's this other guy that looks like me? I was thinking.
It might be rap punks.
That's true.
It might
Maybe.
be like it's like, oh, your name is this, but like you have the other name, D-Rad Punks.
It's my multiverse version from the other universe. They're just like, hey, this is D-Rad Punks from this universe and whatnot.
Exactly.
I just need to take off my brace here
Good,
so I can
good.
feel good. But oh man, let's see here. I think yeah. Oh, I got something for you. So, what are you most passionate about in life, ShadowWolf?
Mm. That's a good question. Passionate, what am I most passionate is besides the whole making music and besides making music, exercising, health, and animals and all that stuff. I think one of my big passions is I really do love helping people. I, just I'm a very understanding person. So I know when like, if like when I stream, I really don't ask for anything. I don't want people to like gift me or like subs or just any like if you're this if you're there enjoying it, that makes me happy, you know. And for me, it's like I love helping others. I understand people's situations, and I just like helping people. I remember there was one point in my life where I didn't have a roof over my head. And it was like that for like I think 2.5 weeks. This is when I was still going to high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember just being out there alone, with just like the same clothes that I had, with and like with only 20 bucks in my pocket. And I remember just always like going by the Wendy's and always getting one food every night. And I remember this one guy, just he was like, doesn't have a roof over his head too. And he just told me like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, things happen." And they're like, "But you're so young." And he like he really helped me see a different like viewpoint in that. And so it's like you don't know what everybody's going through, but you try to help as much as you could.
Yeah.
And if they can understand like what your intentions are and what like you want to do for them, I think that's what's really important. So I just like helping people,
Yeah.
and I ask for nothing back. And I think the one thing that really um makes it all good, it's like when like people start helping you too, and you're just like, it's so unexpected. Like I'll never forget, like it was a really tough time last month, but I remember when d-Rad posted his collaboration, Rad Vibes, collab. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's when I saw Bushido, I knew it was like my music, but when I saw d-Rad's like way like his video creative side on it, it just made me cry a lot. And I was just very appreciative of like what he did for my music. And I would, and then just seeing in the comments down below like people saying that they love it, that this is amazing, all this stuff, that made me super happy. And I think that's just one of my biggest passion is helping others, put good into the world. Like there's already too many bad people out there. There's already
Yep.
too many selfish people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just be kind, be generous, be helpful, be understanding, and be passionate in what you do, and try to help people as much as you can.
Yeah.
So
Well said. Yeah, in life, you come across a lot of people are very helpful, because for example, like I got stuck in the highway, my tire popped, and I have really bad anxiety if I'm stuck somewhere, especially on the highway, because I don't like driving a lot, and it popped. I had to pull over, and I didn't know what to do, so I was like trying to get signal to call my insurance, but I wasn't getting anything. And I was like really upset. Like I really tried to like call and stuff, but I got a hold of my dad. He's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll be there. Let me come get you and stuff." So you can, drive back home with that spare tire, because I didn't know how to like kind of take it out. Then, there's like, it's really weird if you're stuck somewhere, there's just people honking at you and laughing. Like I could hear that through the freeway, and I'm like, well, why is this funny? You know?
yeah.
And I got really upset and sad, but at the same time scared because, I'm just like, it's like everybody's going like 70 miles per hour where I'm at. And some dude randomly just pulls over and he just says to me, he's like, "You need help?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how to put my spare tire." He's like, "That's okay, I got you." Then I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "That's okay." He's like, "No," and he was like putting everything on. He was just like talking to me. He's like, "Yeah, yeah." He's like, "I hope you're doing well." So he's just like, I'm just like, I asked him first. I'm like, "Man, you didn't have to stop. Why did you stop?" Because I'm just curious. And he just said, "I grew up in a small village in Africa, and I had nothing. I had to help my people all the time, and and now I'm living in America, and you guys are my people, so I'm helping you out." And that still sticks to me this very day. I'll never forget that guy. that helped me, and I was like, hey man, if you ever need something or like this, you know, like here's my number. I gave him that. He's like, oh no, he's like, I'm just being, you know, what you mentioned, like I'm just this person. I like to help people. I don't want anything back. I just want you to get home safe and everything, you know, just from a random person. And I don't know, that really just like, you know, means a lot to people, you know, like you guys that like to help people a lot, because you know, like every day I'm trying to learn to be like a really good person, you know, not try to like, you know, step on anybody's toes or whatnot, because you know, every day I'm learning to love myself. And when I think about, you know, what you said, like, and you know, the guy that helped me when I was just stuck, you know, I always want to be better, you know.
Yeah.
And I just really like that, you know, you're just like, because you know, you don't expect it, but you know, you deserve all that love too back, because you know, you're so, you know, generous to others, and your, you know, your life, your family, your close family and friends. Then even just like getting, you know, to know you, man, like I feel off your aura already. Because that's what I know, like if I really like somebody and I really want to get to know them, like I feel off their aura. I'm like, ah, yeah, I really like this person, I want to get to know them. This is why like I invite you to the podcast, because I want people to know about you as a person, but you know, your creativity as well as a musician and everything. Because you know, I feel like everybody deserves the best if they're really so kind and respecting towards others and stuff. And yeah, dude, thank you for sharing that. That made me really happy. I'm gonna always like remember that, man.
Thank you. Yeah, just always, you know, be by good people who support you, love you, care for you, and want to see you grow. There is a, you know, and just trust your intentions, trust your gut, because there are people who will put a mask, you know, that they'll mask themselves to be like like they'll mask themselves to be like, oh, I am your best friend, I am nice, you know. But
Hmm.
then later down the line they will show their true colors, and it's like no bueno, it's not good. So
Yeah.
just trust your gut. And one thing also, what my friend said when I was going through like a tough time, normally I go through things by myself. I, you know,
Yeah.
want to like, I don't like having people like come in or talk about it. But she told me something that really spoke to me, and she's like, we're not meant to be put on this earth to go through things by ourselves.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you're not alone. You know, you always got like awesome peeps to talk to, you know, around here. I always just say to the peeps, like, you know, that's why I have like an open like forum on my Discord about like mental health. Like, hey, if you ever want to talk, just put it on there. You know, if
exactly.
I don't see it, one of the peeps will see it. Just like to just chat, just even saying something, just like really thoughtful and stuff. Because you know, I legit, you know, have these POP and like the biscuit energy just to embrace all of this love towards people, because I want to tell them like, yeah, this is who I am, you know, like I'm not wearing a mask, this is me being
Exactly.
me. I firmly believe in this, you know, even if you're having bad days, you're allowed to have bad days, because we're human beings, that's okay to do.
Yep.
But at the end, I want to, you know, do my best to make everybody smile, just at least a smile. Then you could just like go on tomorrow, or even just like, you know, go on like right now. I'm like, I'm gonna become stronger and do this, you know. So
A power of positivity.
yes, Mickey Mouse. Oh man, this is crazy. We're almost done here, but I do have one more thing for you before we head out. Shadow Wolf, if
Yes,
you
sir.
could play one one video game for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Oh man, okay.
I know this is a tough one. I always do this at the end because if you can, like, because there's tons of replay value in video games nowadays, or maybe something you played as a kid that Reddit, like, because I always say like it defines kind of like who you are and what like brought you to like who you are as a person. Because yeah, kind of like that. So what video game would it be?
I would say it would be a Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Reason why is because the Final Fantasy games, or just that game especially, is what I remembered the most playing with my dad.
Yep.
And like I said before previously in this video podcast, that I would have not gone into video games if it wasn't for my dad.
Yep.
You just have this, dad come in with a PlayStation 1, his 3-year-old son, and his like, I don't know, like just saying, "Do you want to play this?" And it's like, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like I say Final Fantasy VII, the remake version.
Yep.
Because like that, I can play that over and over and over and over and not get tired of it. And it's not just a remake, like it continues on the story, it's all the stuff. So so I think that game, because just seeing the characters, seeing how Cloud grows with both Tifa, with Aerith, seeing how Barrett's like, bombastic energies, like, yeah, we're gonna go get the Mako reactor. Oh yeah, like just doing that kind of stuff. Or like Tifa is very calm and collective, and she's very like passionate, and then you have Aerith that is very like, has this child spirit like energy that's like basically it's like, in the old game you would put your name there, like you would put your name, and now in this one's just Cloud, but like basically you are Cloud. And so just, I guess, like me being with them, like I think just being with good people that care about you, being in a good circle that like supports you, and like we were talking about before, that it's not like a mask, that's like literally them.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it that's what makes it very genuine. So I say Final Fantasy VII remake, because I can't think of any other game like like that.
That's awesome, man. I heard a lot of good things about it. I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life, but I'm very familiar with the music and everything, and the characters and whatnot, just because seen through magazines and of course Kingdom Hearts and whatnot. And a lot of people on Twitch play a lot of Final Fantasy, and it's cool because I watch their playthroughs when they play Final Fantasy games, and I'm just like, I gotta give at least a shot just at a Final Fantasy game.
You should. I would recommend, like, because once you start getting into the Final Fantasy games, you're gonna be like, whoa. Like, I would recommend play Final Fantasy 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, because the older games are good, but like you don't really like know what's really going on, because it's kind of like an old style like version like of like how RPG games was. But once you get to Final Fantasy 6, that's when things get like really, really crazy. Like there's always a chat and there's always like a poll of people say, who is the strongest villain in Final Fantasy? Is it Kefka or is it Sephiroth? And like people would say like it's Kefka, because Kefka literally became a god and he destroyed everything, or Sephiroth because Sephiroth kind of did the same thing. But like it's I mean, you have to like really play the game and like you base it on yourself, like, because all the bosses like are kind of the same but not really. But I will let you play like the game and stuff like that, and once you start playing, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this is actually cool. Like I don't know, have you ever seen the thing called Sonic EXE, and you hear that laugh like woof, 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 woof.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's like a creepy pasta version of Sonic, and it's like he does this laugh and he goes woof, woof. Look, somebody said no. And that's Kefka's voice. That's literally Kefka's like laugh going woof, 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 woof.
Oh, okay.
It's a very well known maniacal laugh back in like, you know, when they made like anybody who hears it will have either PTSD or they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, not Kefka, please!" Like they'll, it's crazy. Just play Final Fantasy VI. You'll understand. You'll be like, "What the actual frick?" Because I'm not gonna say any spoilers in that game. I'm not gonna say any spoilers or anything. Just play it and you understand.
Okay, yeah, most definitely.
Bro,
Okay,
so
I'm gonna add those games definitely on my wish list that you mentioned and stuff, because yeah, sooner or later I have to play Final Fantasy before I leave this planet, you know, so I gotta do it when I'm still young. So that's gonna probably be like in future streams and stuff, just to have that experience playing Final Fantasy and whatnot, because it's so, I do not in my video game collection have any Final Fantasy games. Nothing. No, nothing. I don't have any toys. I don't have anything. So I think it's a good way to finally get some Final Fantasy games in my collection. So yeah, you got a lot of people talk about it a lot here, so I'm really happy. That's because I think there's one streamer that told me, he's like, "Would you ever try?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not opposed to like not giving it a shot or anything, because I'm just like too focused on like other games that I've been playing, you know, because I've been, you know, retro head my whole life, so I want to play platformers, I want to do this, but I get always intrigued when I see that, because they're like, if you like Pokemon, you could definitely get into Final Fantasy. I'm just like, I already love the music, I love the characters, I just need to get into the story and stuff. Upperpot says, D-Rad, you will love it. What they did with the platform, they used nothing short of genius. I've never seen a vivid storytelling on a minimalistic platform for like, oh, okay, yeah, because the Hopperpot, like he mentioned, he just started a playthrough of Final Fantasy VI.
Oh,
so
Hopperpot, are you still playing it, or?
Nice, okay.
If you're still playing it, like, I'll give you a follow too, because I love seeing people, their reaction playing Final Fantasy, and, like all that stuff. Like, it's a very beautiful game. Like, I think when it comes to Final Fantasy 1 through 5, like it was fine, but then 6 was like the pivotal point of like it was so colorful. It was the storytelling, just everything was just so good. It wasn't just like a hero with his team to fight the final boss. It's like a huge story. So it was really good, and how they did it was like, yeah, it was really good.
Oh man, you guys just already hyping it up. I'm just like, oh, okay.
And good music too. Like I think like Nobuo Uematsu, like he was creating Sephiroth's theme. I don't know. I mean, I hope everybody heard Sephiroth's theme. Like he literally like wrote 4 bars of music every day, and then like for 30 days, and then he would just put them in like little parts of like, you know, and then he made it, and like that's how he made Sephiroth's theme. But like he said this in an interview. He said Sephiroth's theme would always be a fan's favorite and my favorite, but Kefka's like boss battle theme is my Requiem, or like I don't know, it's a very like, you know, amazing like soundtrack. Like everybody just you gotta hear it.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. Man, this is crazy. I wish we could go, like, man, I told you, ShadowWolf, we can talk like for 4 to 5 hours just about live video games and music and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Man, but unfortunately, guys, we do have to end the stream. But I just want to say what up to is that how? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name, because I'm just saying like your initials. So AOK, the King. I think I met you through True Individual. So thank you so much for stopping in. I know you stream, so I'm gonna give you okay. Let's do that. Okay, let's go. I'll give you a shout out here because I know you stream. Recently followed you because I saw in your stream you're a retro video gamer too. So awesome. But ShadowWolf, dude, thank you so much. I'm probably gonna say thank you a lot of times because it's my favorite words to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for taking the time out of your afternoon just to hang out with me and the rest of the peeps here within the community. You, sir, are amazing. If you guys don't know, he written my theme music in the beginning. You can hear in the beginning. I said that twice, but yes, it's the Creative Future. Him and Super Monzi did it, and he's also on Spotify too. So go check him out. I'm gonna do your tags here one more, or your commands one more time. So
No, you just reminded me, D-Rad. Sorry to interrupt. When you said
yeah, no
thank
worries.
you, said you love that word. If you ever play Legend of Zelda, I think it's in Wind Waker. There's a guy that goes, "Thank you, thank you." Like he says thank you like that all the time. So it just reminded me of that.
Yeah, I've never got the chance to play any of the 3D Zelda games, which is another game. Yeah. Now, like I have to play, since I have access to like the Nintendo Online store on the Nintendo Switch, so I can play those awesome games. So many games, man. So many games. So overwhelming, but I will get through them.
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's see here. He says, AOK says, nice to meet you, ShadowWolf.
Nice to meet you too, A-OK.
Yes. Awesome. I'm gonna do my ending outro here, so I just want to say, thank you peeps for watching Luncho with a Friendo, episode 13 with ShadowWolf. I really appreciate all you peeps for watching. If you ain't followed me on the socials, everything is at d-Rad PunX right above there. Of course, you're watching on Twitch. I'm also on YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm also gonna be back later tonight, so I'm gonna be doing Retro Saturday, so I'm gonna be playing some Sonic Origins, gonna continue that. So it's gonna be dopetydope.com. ShadowWolf, Christian, if I'm missing anything, where can they follow you at?
You guys can follow me either on Instagram. I have my Instagram, I think, down below. I think D-Rad has a command for it. Or you can go on my Twitch channel. I have all my socials there. You can follow me there. Follow me on my my music platforms. If you have Spotify or Apple Music, I have my music there. I will be releasing more music in the near future, so stay tuned.
Awesome. I'm excited for that, guys. Highly recommend to save his stuff on Spotify. It really supports ShadowWolf a lot, and when you hear his music, it's just your jaw drops every time I hear it. It's so good. So if you haven't yet, please go check out his Spotify and give him a follow on Instagram and like you mentioned, Instagram and Twitch. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart right now.
As I remember now, because Hopper said it and it was Beetle. Beetle says it as just to everybody. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I've never got to see that character yet, but whenever I'll think of you guys mentioning it, like thank you. Oh, it's ShadowWolf and Hopperpot. Thank you all for the love, friendo. We'll definitely be back and watch it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the support. But yes, again, thank you. It's my favorite word to say. I'm always gonna keep saying it because we don't get enough thank yous around this world. Dude, ShadowWolf, this was so much fun. I would love to have you back on again whenever we do like a part 2 on the podcast, because there's so many things we probably need to just chill and talk about with everybody, because dude, you are extremely talented. I just want to say that you are awesome as a human being, and whenever you come back to Twitch, we'll be here waiting for you. We're gonna be out here supporting you too as well. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
thank you for having me here. Thank you everybody who came to the stream. Thank you so much for supporting all of us, and we'll continue to support you guys. And as Beetle says, thank you. And Mickey Mouse says, until next time, pal.